Chris Watkin back again with the Agents Together Winning Ways videos, and today I'm joined by Wendy Peterman, who runs her own estate agency in South East London. One of the aspects of Agents Together is mental health, and running your own business is really stressful. Talk to me about the hidden stresses of running your own business.
Hi, Chris. I think that as a business owner, you want to be perceived as strong and the leader and the motivator of your business. No one wants to see a weak person, so you do have to portray this image of strength.
A facade?
I think sometimes, yes, because you don't always feel like that. You know, people go through different things in their lives, whatever they may be, and you don't always feel like you're the head girl or boy and you're, zooming in there and you yay. But so it can be a very lonely place sometimes. It's very difficult to know where to turn when you're having those downtimes. And I don't believe any business leader doesn't have a time.
How do we, it's well known that if you bottle up your issues, they tend to fester away. And interestingly, we use the word hidden stress.
Yeah.
Before we switched the cameras on, you said that, you in the past have had some difficult times and actually stood up in front of your colleagues and said, I'm having a tough time this week. That was quite brave. That's certainly moving a hidden stress into an open stress.
Yeah.
How did your guys take that, guys and girls?
They were really supportive. It was a really big thing for me to do for the reasons that I've said. Is you never want to be seen as weak, and to admit to not being able to cope is actually turned out it wasn't seen as a weakness. I thought it would be, but it was actually seen as a quite a powerful thing.
You're showing vulnerability.
Yeah.
Do you think we should all show a bit more vulnerability to our team? And how can we mitigate it so it isn't seen as a weakness?
I think it depends on the person that you are, and I also think it depends on your team. I've got a team that know me very well.
It's got a good culture, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think because you've got a strong culture, by showing the vulnerability, it's not been used against you?
Well, I didn't know if it was going to be or not. It was just that I knew I wasn't coping. I knew that I was just not where I wanted to be. I wasn't in a good place, and I just wasn't functioning properly. I had to tell them. I felt I owed it to them because they didn't know what was going on. My door was shut more often. I'd have my back to them, where I've never had my door shut, and I've never had my back to my staff. And I was concerned that they would be worried about what was going on because, as a business owner, you've got the responsibility of your staff on your shoulders.
You pay their mortgages.
Yeah. And I feel that very strongly. It's important to me that the team feel right. And therefore I felt I owed it to them to tell them how I felt.
What advice would you give to someone who is not going through a good time at them? Would you say open up to your team, or although you did actually have some help from Agents Together?
Well, that's what I was just going to say is get some help, talk to somebody, phone Agents Together. It is a life changer, and it might not be that you need to do that, but talk to someone. They will give you someone that knows what has been through what you've been through.
So we're talking about the Agents Together mentoring program here. So you've been mentored by someone in Agents Together who is a fellow estate agent.
Yes.
He's actually a generation younger than you, but actually has been where you are at the moment. Is that right?
Yeah.
They've walked the path you're currently on. How does it make you feel that you've been matched with someone that actually has been through what you're going? Because you could have been matched with anyone, couldn't you?
I could have, yeah. But the whole point of Agents Together is that they'll find you someone that they think is right for you, and it was a lifesaver. I mean, not literally,
no.
But it has changed me so much for the better, even in the short time that this is.
So What would your recommendation be to any estate or letting agency boss watching this who feels that they've lost their way, they've got the hidden stresses? What would your message be about reaching out to Agents Together?
Just don't be alone. Reach out. It's a phone call, and there will be someone there that can talk to you to help.
And is there any cost or catch to this?
No, it's absolutely free, and it's the best thing I ever did.
Thank you for your time today, Wendy.